Okay. Look at this lighting. Is this lighting good? Loki kind of like this spot right here. This is the front of one of my apartment, and we've got a bunch of windows right here. And what if I just made this my little like sit spot, chat spot? Well, could be interesting. So what I want to talk to you about right now is the Super Fun Reading Club. And this is my Kindle. It's a Paperwhite, forgot what edition it is, but it was gifted to me a couple years ago. I've used it sparsely since I've had it. And now I want to actually get into it, start reading a lot more. About a year ago, I read Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And I was using Libby, which is a great free way to read. And you're using a library card essentially that you can get from your local metropolitan library. The only downside to that is one, now you have to verify the library card at the library for Libby and whatever e-reader, Kindle you're using, your phone, iPad. It is free, which is nice. So you get to read whatever you want for free, but it's only for books that are available at your local library digitally. So if your library only has 3 copies of Project Hail Mary and 50 people are waiting to read it, then you have to wait until those 50 people are done. And you know, it'll give you an estimated time for when you're gonna get the book, but you can't pinpoint how fast you're gonna be able to get the book just because everyone reads it at different paces. So for me, I used Libby for a little bit, but recently I switched to Kindle Unlimited, which is, I'm using a free trial, and it's the reading service that Kindle has. And you basically get any book you want. And for, I think it's like $3 or $4 a month. And to be fair, I'm always gonna support the libraries, but I was eagerly trying to get my hands on some books. And so I was using this free trial, and it's been pretty nice so far. It's really accessible from my phone as well as my Kindle. So where I'm going with all of that is I wanted to talk about the Super Fun Reading Club, which is the book club that I started basically by myself. And it's really only for myself right now, just because no one else has really joined. It's on Fable, which is a app website that has book clubs they can have with different communities online. No, this is not a advertisement or a sponsor or anything for Kindle, Libby, Amazon, Fable, Goodreads. It's just me wanting to talk about reading and this little goal I have this year where I'm trying to read a book a month. So on Fable, we have the Super Fun Reading Club, which is just me so far. There's like 11 other random people in it, but no one talks in it, so I don't really count them as real people in there, I guess. I don't know. The goal is to choose a book for, you know, each month that we're gonna read as a group. And then during that month, you can free read whatever you want and chat in one of the rooms about what you're reading. And so we can kind of discuss and get other recommendations from people and get some inspiration to keep going. So the club is focused around thrillers, mystery, crime, romance, kind of that sort of genre right now. Now I'm totally down to read something different, you know, like sci-fi or fantasy, if we can find a good book or if I find a good book. And so to get it started, back at the end of December, I read Verity by Colleen Hoover, which is a great book, by the way, and had a nice little twist at the end of the novel. And then before that, I had already said I was gonna read A Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I think that's how you say his name. And I didn't realize that Verity and A Silent Patient were so similar in plot and theme and sort of like that. Twists are obviously different, but still pretty funny on how those characters worked out. For January, we read A Silent Patient for the Super Fun Reading Club. And then for February, we are starting, I guess, a couple days ago, And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which was an old book, but I've never read that novel before, so I wanted to kind of check it out. And I heard that it was a nice, fun mystery crime book. So we're keeping that trend of crime and mystery going so far. If you're interested in joining the Fable Book Club, you know, the Super Fun Reading Club, I'll put a link into the description below so you can hop in and out you want. If you want to use it for motivation, great. If not, just, you know, can just be idling in the background there for you. Just a little something wanted to add to being able to achieve this 12 book a year goal, which I think is pretty attainable so far, considering I've already read 2 books. You know, and then for like the free reads that I'm reading on the side, I'm super drawn to sci-fi, space cowboy type of novels I've read when I was in like middle school, going into high school. And so I found a few series right now that I'm trying to get into. And the current one that I'm reading right now is called The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. And it's a part of the Wayfarers series. I think there's like 3 or 4 books in there. So I'm about halfway done and I'm really liking it so far. I'm unsure of, this video, what it's going to entail in the future. If I wanted to make like a series of me just talking about each book at the end of it, I don't know. I don't want to be reading to make content just for content's sake. If I enjoy it, then I want to talk about it, but I'm also not my comprehension skills for reading isn't of that of a high school honors English teacher or an English professor in college. And I can't dissect, and I'm not going to dissect every single page and every sentence of every book. I'm purely reading it for vibes and just for entertainment. It's kind of like watching a movie or watching a TV show where you'll fly through the episode and you're not pausing it every 4 minutes and be like, oh, did you see that reference? Or wait, that was a callback to that. You're kind of just thinking in the back of your head if you can remember it. If you don't, you miss it, it's fine, right? You can always go back into it and look at it later and make the connections. What I'm getting at is I don't want to make a video where I talk about the book and things that I enjoyed about it, and then have a million people come jumping on me saying, well, you're missing these themes and you were wrong about that motif, and how could you think that was like a good twist with this part of the series? And I just wanted to read it and be entertained with that. So maybe I'll make more videos about the Super Fun Reading Club and kind of how that's going, but maybe I won't be dissecting a book, because I do not want to do that. Because again, a lot of the videos, the vlogs, whatever, is based off of me vibing out, not and keeping it really chill. Not trying to go crazy in one particular thing unless I feel very passionate about it, which I'm passionate about this. So join the Super Fun Reading Club if you want. Peace.